When I left last night, I thought the night shift was going to have a great night because they were well staffed, and they ended up just getting worked. They got like 4 admissions, and everybody that came in is super sick. So it was one of those shifts where you never sit down.
Oh, that is hard to hear. And as COVID cases are dropping in our state, frontline workers, just like the one you just heard from, warn that it's not time to drop your guard.
Yeah, you got to feel for our frontline healthcare workers. I mean, a year they've been on those front lines. Just in the last 24 hours, 196 new deaths have now been reported. Our positivity rate is at 13%. That, by the way, is the lowest we've seen in just the last 3 months. And more than 3,800 new cases were reported today. Our Brittany Thomason takes us inside of a COVID unit over at Valleywise Health, where nurses still feel the stress of the job, no matter what the numbers show.
Knowing hospitals do have empty beds and the vaccine is out gives frontline workers hope. But that doesn't take away the heartbreak of seeing their patients still struggling to breathe. Putting on loads of protective gear feels like the new normal for RN KENDAL GRIBLER.
It's been a weird year.
For a floor full of lights and silly stickers, her COVID unit at Valleywise Health is the furthest thing from happy.
On a daily basis, you're intubating patients and telling these people before you intubate them, like there's a high probability that you may not make it off the ventilator.
GRIBLER watches patients on ventilators sedated, unable to see their families. It's not easy.
You just have to kind of I think disconnect from it, because if you sit there and think about it all the time, it's just going to ruin you.
Dr. ARYA CHOWDHURY works in ERs across the valley and agrees. This pandemic hurts mental health, especially for first responders.
We've gone through a major trauma, really, and I think pretty much everybody's experiencing some level of PTSD right now from all of this.
Which is why frontline workers want you to know this.
We're not out of the woods, and I don't know how long it'll be until we get out of the woods, if we ever get there.
Brittany Thomason, Arizona's Family.